Okay, what's going on, guys, and welcome back to a brand new episode of Energized. I'm sitting here with Roscoe.
Welcome back, guys. How are you doing?
Yeah. Before we do what we usually do, I think we should explain exactly what this episode's about, Ross.
Okay, but before we tell them what the episode's about, if you are new to the Energized YouTube channel,
Welcome,
and hit that subscribe.
and hit the subscribe.
And if you're a returning YouTube Energized listener,
Welcome back.
welcome back. I keep on saying listener ever since the transition from
Yeah.
podcast to YouTube, but I'll get there.
The newbies.
So Barry, tell us, what is happening on today's show?
Okay, usually, as you know, myself and Ross, we cover mixed martial arts, boxing, football, and rugby. At the moment, things are quite quiet in rugby, as everyone knows. Football is just constant transfers, like just absolute bullshit going on.
Yeah.
Really, isn't it?
Absolute rumour central.
Yeah. And how many Paul Pogba videos can we make, you know?
Yeah.
And
I'm
then,
actually so sick of him, you know?
I know, man. Oh, man. Like,
I'm
Delict,
I'm like,
Hazard.
yeah, but I'm just like, can Pog believe how like don't have to talk about him every week?
I know, man. Like, that. Oh,
I still don't know how good he is.
yeah.
How good is Paul Pogba? Let us know in the comments below.
Yeah, I actually don't even know. Yeah, and then also we cover boxing as well. There's no boxing really going on. But there is Dylan Moore, and he's fighting this weekend. He's looking to go 10-0. So shout out to Dylan. And then there was MMA on over the week as well. But like nobody's really tuning in to see the Korean Zombie win or
Brian Barberina.
Brian Barberina losing, or else like going through a massive card of Cage Warriors, or people tuning in for Francis Ngannou versus Junior Dos Santos.
Well, people might tune in for that.
Yeah, well, realistically, the biggest news is Ross is actually about to become a father. So we were like, right, we want to let you guys know, because you guys tune in and you support us the whole time, which we love, by the way. And we just want to let you know what we have sort of planned over the next few weeks, because we can't be like acting the bollocks that much. You know what I mean?
No, in fairness, I have a kid on the way. It's due on Wednesday. Probably won't come on Wednesday because I think someone told me like 4% of kids are actually born on their due date. So really see it'll be late.
It's only 4%, yeah?
Something like that. How I'm standardly late by about half an hour, haven't I? yeah. So like the baby will be standardly late.
Yeah. Is Jade late? Is she standardly late as well?
No, she's actually quite a good timekeeper, but like I think it's more so my kid than her kid in there, if you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
causing a bit of a ruckus.
So it might be like 15 minutes late. Kid.
Yeah, 15 minutes late kid.
Yeah.
I always go, Barry, I'll pick you up at 7:30. Barry's like, right, see you at 8 o'clock, bud.
Yeah. Well, see, that's the thing that's going on now. Like, obviously, Ross is going to have way more
Responsibilities
is the correct word. And then, like, we also don't want to be putting out videos just about like transfers that might or might not happen, or because there's even talk of like Mbappe going to Liverpool,
Yeah.
and like we don't even want to talk shit about that. And then, like, if there's no massive card, like for instance, next week it's UC 239, and like John Jones is back, and like people give a shit about that.
Yeah, 100%.
You know what I mean? So we just thought this week it'd be more interesting to let you guys know what we sort of have planned coming into the summer. I know the summer's already kicked off, but like just get to know us a bit more, and we'll obviously let you know all the details going down this weekend. But Ross, as you said, you're about to become a father for the supposed first time on Wednesday.
Yeah. You know what? I'm actually so sick of people asking me,
Yeah.
is the baby here yet?
Yeah.
I'm just like, obviously not. Like, no. But like, if you're in any way my friend, you would know if I had the baby. First of all, I'd probably go missing for about 3 days. You know what I mean? Because I think you end up in hospital for all that time, and you don't really do much. And you're hard like, what's on the Bebo status?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So the thing is, obviously now you're like with Jade living in her house and stuff. So like, obviously you're like, right, the kid's coming because you can see like she's pregnant, you know?
Yeah.
Like, but like,
Jeez, man. Wild facts from Barry
yeah,
Moore
I know, but like I never really see her, so like it's sort of like, oh yeah, Ross is actually having a kid.
Yeah,
as well.
I guess.
Because like you're like totally guy half full, like sort of situation. You're like, yeah, I'm like ready to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Everyone sort of asks me, oh, you ready or whatever. And I always say, I'll deal with a problem as it comes. Obviously, like having a baby isn't a problem, but it's more so like, I know if I'm ready to become a dad, when I become a dad,
Yeah.
I can't really like practice. I'm not like grabbing people's babies off the street being like,
Yeah.
am I doing it right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's something you just naturally do, I assume.
Yeah. No, you see, you've been dealing with it very well. Like, as in, like, if the shoe was on the other foot, or like if any other lads, I feel like they'd be like panicking, like anything, you know. But like you're like really calm, cool, and collective about this, you know.
look, I have all the baby gear. By the way, baby gear is so expensive. So expensive. 1,200 quid on the pram. Or the buggy. Or the stroller, or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
But we bought a travel system, apparently it's called. I was just like, here, look, it costs what it costs. We have to get it. Have all the stuff. So now we're just waiting for the baby to arrive. So, like, if that wouldn't mind, like, hurrying up, that would be great.
Yeah. If there was any, like, obviously someone's probably listening to this now and they might eventually get someone up the duff in the near future. You never know. But is there any sort of things that, like, you didn't know to expect in the last 9 months of pregnancy, you know?
It's just one of those things where you sort of have to become less selfish and almost more given that, like, your partners, like, they're more uncomfortable, they're more irritable, they can do less for themselves as pregnancy goes on. So you just have to sort of pick up, I'm not going to say the slack, but, like, you just have to make that more of a cognizant effort with them. And then also, like, they're still your partner as well. Like, you have to, like, you know, tell them you love them, and, like, obviously they're going to feel uncomfortable, and, like, they've obviously gone up like a dress size because they have this massive bump down, and, like,
yeah,
you still have to tell them you love them and make them feel like they are the person they were 8 months ago. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I don't doubt that at all. Ross and Jade have both decided to not know the sex of the child. Is there any reason for this, or is, like, it's not really that personal, is it?
No, it's not that personal. This was originally, like, Jade's idea, and I thought, you know what, I'm alright with that. Like, originally I thought, I'd rather just know, and then, like, if it's a boy, you can just have all like the Man United kits in each colour lined up, you know. Because Jade's family are all Liverpool fans, and we're having a laugh about it, saying that, you know, oh, well, the baby's born United or Liverpool, and I was like, Man United are so bad, and I kept on saying it to him all season, and then Jade was like, so the baby can support Liverpool, and I was like, no, the baby's gonna have to be miserable with me. And that's just it.
Going to Europa League games on Thursdays.
And then if it was a girl, I was like, oh my god, I have no money for the rest of my life. But we just decided not to find out. And then, like, on the back of that, then there's always, like, names. So we actually had this, like, app called Kinder, which was pretty cool because it's like Tinder except with baby names. If me and Jay both swipe right on a name, we match, and then that name goes into a list. And I think at one stage we probably had about 12 boys' names and, like, 8 or 9 girls' names. It's sort of weird because for ages we struggled to actually pick a girl's name that we actually both liked, and then we found a girl's name that we both liked, and, like, we're sort of stuck with it. And then with boys' names, there's been 3 or 4 that we like, and then like we sort of ranked them in order, and then, like, our orders didn't really match, but we both sort of chopped and changed. So who knows? I think you sort of have to see the baby first and go, oh, it looks like a, you know what I mean?
That's a Barry.
Yeah. That's a Norman. That's what I keep on saying.
That's a Norman.
If you've asked me what do you call the baby and I don't like it, I probably said, like, Norman or Nigel. I'd be like, oh, it's baby Nige. You know?
Yeah. Is there if you're, like, obviously you can't tell by looking, like, you can't see through the stomach, but is there what are you feeling like it is? I think it's a boy, just going from the pictures.
It's going from what pictures?
Just the pictures Jade puts up in her story. I'm like that's either twins or it's a boy.
Yeah, well, look, the way it's like a slightly larger baby than most. We got a scan there recently, and they said it was a larger baby, and then that sort of made me lean towards think it was a boy. But then, like, the other day, I just sort of looked at her and I go, I can imagine Jade, like, with a little girl in her arms as well. So I would say 60% chance it's a boy, 40% chance it's a girl. But, like, mathematically, it's 50-50.
It is 50-50, isn't it?
Yeah. That's just the way it is. Like, I think a lot of people always go, oh, what's bigger is probably a boy, but I don't think that's necessarily scientifically proven.
Like, you have a lot of boys in your family, and, like, Jade obviously has a brother as well, so if you're probably going to roll the dice, I'd say it'd be like 60-40, I'd say, for a boy.
Yeah, I think statistically, there's more boys than both sides of the family.
Yeah.
I don't know, like, it's not weird when you see a family with, like, loads of boys. You're almost like, how does that happen? Because, like, each time it's a 50-50 chance. Yeah,
it is. But, like, I think even these days, like, you can pick what sort of kid you want as well. As in, like, if you can pay money and you can get certain.
What?
Yeah, they can, like, fix it that there's a majority chance it's going to be a girl or a boy. You know what I mean? Like,
that is wild.
Yeah, Joe Rogan was talking there the other day. He has 3 girls, and, like you can tell, like
he's not happy about that.
Yeah. Like, you can tell, like,
He might he'd have a fourth if it was definitely a boy.
That's it. Yeah. Although you save a lot of money having a fourth girl. You know what I mean? Like you already have all the clothes.
I don't think Joe Rogan's worried about saving.
I know. Yeah, I know. But there's obviously people listening now, and they're like, "I'm on my 10th child and still a girl." You know what I mean?
Didn't that happen to like King Henry or something? Like back in the day.
I'm not sure. I'll ring him later and see what he says.
Send him a tweet.
Yeah. But like obviously Ross is going to have a lot of responsibility now, and I'm sure it's going to hit you and be like, "Geez, I'm actually knackered." So like obviously when we do the shows, I know they're only 20 minutes, but like we sit down and go over what we're going to talk about. We don't just like there is effort put into this as much as it seems like there may not be. So like obviously when Ross is going through all the stuff now, like I mean we literally want to be bringing.
Might miss a week on here as well.
Yeah.
If you want, you can find a co-host for that week.
We'll see what.
Or you can go solo.
Yeah,
like Jason Derulo.
We'll see what happens. It's just like I know the shows are only like 20 minutes long, but like realistically, we spend about 2 hours like talking and then being like, what's the best, you know?
It's probably close to about 4 hours, but like 2 hours were mates and the other 2 hours were like doing the show.
Yeah, like even earlier on, like we walked up to the shop and all, but like but also I don't like having to just sit down and be like, right, ready, go or something.
Yeah, well, like, in fairness, it'd be weird if we came in, bashed out the show, and then like was like, right, see you. Yeah. It's like that's not what it's about either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know.
Like this makes us be better friends as well because we're doing something together.
Exactly, yeah.
And I don't know how, but I've heard it a few times that, you know, it's very important the circle of people you keep around you who sort of drives you forward and makes you a better person. And I think us doing this definitely makes us better people. It makes us better friends as well, I think.
Yeah.
Although it does add that bit of tension sometimes when we're like both trying to get it right and you can't get it right.
I know
that
definitely happens. Like sometimes we're like fuck's sake, you know what I mean? We want things to grow faster. But the thing is like things growing, it's not like just growing a plant. Like you have to like put so much effort into it. Like I was talking to someone there the other day at Keen Talks. He's
doing quite well for himself.
Yeah. I was talking to him for literally a minute just saying that like if we had to start out again, like I wouldn't recommend this to anyone really. Like I mean, yeah, it's great doing the show, but I mean like the actual amount of effort you have to put in. Yeah. And like even the other lads doing the MMA show, you know, remember we met one of them and gave him a proper 12 bottle of whiskey.
O'Hara Graham.
Yeah. I should forget his name now, but that's irrelevant.
Is it Craig?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, Craig O'Hara. That's it. But like even they've sort of stopped doing their things now. But like like it's just so. It is way more of a grind. Like you're not just going to. No one's going to just hand you anything, and that's the only reason why we get sort of annoyed. Like we're never annoyed with each other about like what we do outside of doing the show. It's more like
annoyed at like this hasn't worked faster.
Yeah.
Or like why is it so hard to do a YouTube video?
Yeah. That's one thing. It's the actual product itself.
Yeah, we're not annoyed at each other. We're annoyed at like what's happening.
Never.
Here, did you watch Artem versus Paulie at the weekend? That was like so much less of like. As good old JR was a slobber knocker than I thought it was going to be. Yeah, that was the thing. Like this weekend there was obviously Bellator, UFC, and bare knuckle boxing. And the thing is, what we were most looking forward to seeing was Artem taking on Paulie Malignaggi, because that had the most hype going into it. You know what I mean? Like Moicano versus Korean Zombie. No one was really talking about it. Really doesn't really help the way Korean Zombie doesn't speak English. And then Musashi and Lovato Jr. weren't really selling that fight either for Bellator. So Musashi sells nothing.
Musashi sells nothing, but shout out to Musashi, because that picture with Ross with the belt, that's actually now it's Lovato Jr.'s belt, but it was previously Musashi's belt.
You can never beat me for that belt.
He'll probably never meet you either. Yeah. But we were looking forward to seeing Paulie against Artem. There's so much bad blood going into it. At the end, like Artem had previously fought in bare knuckle boxing, and that was just a slobber knocker. And this time around, it was just a boxer against an Artem, the GOAT.
Yeah, and, the GOAT. I love all the memes and like the sarcasm that everyone says Artem's the GOAT. I think that's absolutely brilliant. That's what like makes MMA fans. It's the funny side of things as well. Yeah. But in fairness, fair play to Artem. Like Artem's 13-5 record. Like he's got a losing record, but went out there and beat Paulie Malignaggi, who at one stage was a world champion boxer. Yeah. So, I know he's 2-0. Yeah, 2-0 in bare knuckle boxing. Yeah. So the bare knuckle boxing GOAT. Yeah. He's the only one I care about in bare knuckle boxing.
Same here. That's why I don't think the bare knuckle boxing thing is really going to go. Like they almost need to bring it to Dublin, but like that's not going to be allowed here at all. No, unless it's like in a prison or something.
No, I think it's like has to say in America.
Yeah, it has to be in the back arse of like Mississippi or something. But that actually happened over the weekend. Artem was now beating Paulie Malignaggi. That puts everything to bed, really.
Yeah.
So it's going to be interesting to see how they can kick off bare knuckle boxing again.
They're going to have to come up with a good opponent for Artem next. Or do the Jason Knight rematch, just because that was like an absolute slobber knocker.
Yeah, I feel like that's what they're going to do next. But Bellator was also on over in London. Myself and Ross were explaining that the coverage of this was done like so badly. You almost had to go through 3 different stations to watch it. It wasn't just one continuous show the way UFC do it. It goes to show the Bellator product is nowhere near as good as UFC is.
Yeah.
Sometimes they tricked us, letting us think that it actually was. Like if you're there in the arena, it is very, very good. It's sort of slow though, waiting for the ads to come back. Like people sort of get tired. A lot of decisions, but like
you can't really help the decisions.
Yeah, you can't really help the decisions.
Just to give you a brief indicator of how bad the coverage was, I watched the prelims on the app. Then I had to one of the lads we know was doing a live stream, and I was watching his live stream on Instagram Live. Then I watched it on Sky Sports, and then I watched it on Virgin Media Sports. So I had to change channel 3 times and watch one on Instagram.
Yeah.
You don't get that with the UFC.
Yeah.
I mean, once it's on, it's on.
Yeah, it was wrecking my head. I was trying to get links for it, and I just couldn't. And then ones I really wanted to see were obviously Fabian Edwards, James Gallagher I really wanted to see as well, and then the main card. But then I couldn't get it, so I was like, after watching the prelims, it was what it was. But they also announced in the press conference that Bellator is coming back to Dublin in September. It's, I think,
27th, I think.
Yeah, it's a Friday. So let us know if you're going to that. It's going to be a huge night.
Friday's kill because there's no more school. Also, I hope they start that slightly later. Like, they normally, first fight's at 3 o'clock. It's like, no one's there for that.
Well, that was on a Saturday, so maybe it'd be different on a Friday. And they're going to pack the card again like last time.
Yeah.
But UFC Greenville was on over the weekend as well. There was not much said about this, apart from the Korean Zombie beating Moicano.
And then that fella, Big Boy, whatever his name is, he knocked out that fella who beat Greg Hardy by disqualification in 8 seconds. That was slightly entertaining.
That was the second fastest ever knockout in UFC history. But
speaking of fast knockouts,
yeah. Speaking of fast knockouts, UFC is on this weekend again, and it's on in Minneapolis. Francis Ngannou is taking on Junior Dos Santos, and we think that the winner of this will take on the winner of Miocic versus Daniel Cormier. So that's going to be good.
I think so.
Yeah. Also, our mate Joseph Benavidez is fighting on the card as well. He's taking on Jose Formiga in the flyweight division.
Give us your prediction for the co-main and main event.
I'll go Benavidez. For some reason, Francis Ngannou looks like he's re-energized. So I'm going to go Francis Ngannou for that.
Yeah, I think Joseph Benavidez, he could be next to fight Henry Cejudo at flyweight. Yeah. And then,
didn't he beat him or something? Or they won all?
Yeah, one all. I think. Yeah. And then I think Francis Ngannou to beat Junior Santos. I just think Junior Santos is looking slightly chinnier. And Francis Ngannou is an absolute monster. Like
Dos Santos is going to have to take a punch to give a punch.
Yeah, unless Dos Santos could take him down and try and absolute jiu-jitsu from him.
Yeah, that wouldn't be a bad idea. I think that's what most people should do against Francis Ngannou. But also, our mate Ian Gary is fighting this weekend at Cage Warriors Night of Champions in London.
If you like Cage Warriors, every belt is on the line.
Every belt is on the line. What is it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 title fights. Flyweight, welterweight, lightweight, featherweight, middleweight, light heavyweight. I don't actually know. I think it's 5 titles. The last one isn't the title.
All the belts.
It is actually, yeah. But it's a Night of Champions.
I think that one's not a belt. Creasy versus Fadine, is it?
Oh, that says title fights. So it's 6. Yeah, but
there are no more belts.
Yeah, so if you're a fan of boxing, Dylan Moran's fighting on Friday. On Saturday, for MMA fans, Cage Warriors London's on Night of Champions, and also UFC Minneapolis. And then obviously we're going to be coming back again. Even worst case scenario, we probably do it on a Wednesday or Thursday or something. Maybe, who knows? We'll
figure it out.
You will know. So hence, if you see us promoting one of the videos, we actually put a bit of effort into it. You know what I mean? We don't want to just be putting out shy. Very energized.
Yeah, very, very energized.
Yeah.
Guys,
but hold on. So what's the plan for the summer then? What's the plan for the summer?
The plan for the summer is to have a baby, first and foremost. And then
another one.
We have massive fights coming up. UFC 239, Jones versus Santos.
Yeah.
Amanda Nunes versus Holly Holm on that. And then we're looking forward to Cormier versus Stipe. And on that card, you also have Diaz versus Poirier.
Yeah.
Holloway's going to fight Edgar at 240 in Canada.
Yeah.
That should be a good scrap. And then you have Khabib versus Poirier.
Yeah.
So, all the way up to September, you're going to get absolute killer fights.
Yeah. And then once the football, the sort of week or two leading into the football, we'll go over things. in the Premier League, etc. And then like the Irish rugby is going to come back again on the 10th of August in the build up for the World Cup. So we're going to be covering that as well. You know what I mean? So
so there's lots to come.
There is a lot to come, but yeah.
Call
it now, Ross. Boy or girl on Wednesday? Possibly
I think it'll be a boy.
That was actually a good one.
Jesus, very good.
And as always,
stay energized.
Stay energized.
Stay energized.
Stay energized. And hit subscribe.